What's happening to America? We have your killers and your thrillers. This is the Claws After Show. Welcome back.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Full house today.
It's not
church rock she's doing.
Extra full house today.
Extra
You
full
guys,
house.
but we gotta get lit, okay? Because it's not just us on here today. You know, we have the lovely with us. You know, who plays EJ? Who plays EJ?
Bechir Sylvain.
Because he's in the house today, okay?
What they
Hey,
do?
welcome.
Hey, how you doing? How you guys doing?
Yes,
Good.
we're
How are
good to-
you?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yes,
We're
so
excited
glad
for you
have
to be
here. So I just got straight into it. But before we get into the episode, I'm your host, Sierra Stafford. And to the left, I have Adaeze.
Hi, guys.
And to the left of Adaeze, we have Angel. Hey.
So I came in strong.
And then, of course, Tyra's back.
Hey guys, it's been a while, but I'm back.
Yeah, so we have a full panel and a special guest. So we're going to, kick this show off strong for you guys and just get straight into it. So it was a lot of killing today. And thrilling going on too. So starting off, where's Arlene? So that was the biggest thing for us this episode. We saw it last time. It ended with Arlene, getting killed. And so this whole episode was, quiet. Yeah, basically getting killed. And, we wanted quiet in and find out. So starting off, let's all just have a moment. How did this all make us feel? Like, we all said last time it was too soon for Arlene to leave us. Like, why did it have to happen like that so soon? But I want to start with you, and we'll get your opinion. Why did you guys do this to us?
Why? EJ's with me right now.
EJ, yeah.
I'm with my kid right now having a
We
good
call
time.
you EJ today. You EJ right now.
EJ's at home having fun with his daughter, playing with his daughter, making sure everything's cool. No, when I saw it, I was shocked. That threw me off. But then again, it was just like, I got it. I understand what needs to be. Like, the stakes got higher, and so now you're just going like, wow, dude. Like, how are they gonna get? Because already from the beginning, the casino and them, we already saw the level of like evil that was in there. But then we knew there was a bigger boss, right? And so when that dude came out of nowhere, I was like, ooh, it just got real. So
Yeah, he came out of nowhere for real. Like, we had heard of them, but like, how did he get in? Like, no one heard him. Like, no door slammed. Like, he literally just snuck
right in and just slit her throat immediately. I was out of it. But I personally, I'm just so hurt. It's like everything is finally falling into place for Quiet Ann. She was so nervous. She didn't think, that Arlene was gonna accept that she was having a baby, and then she's just like, let's get married, and everything
was down with it.
Yeah, everything was finally like falling into place for her, and then this happens, and my heart was shattered. I really wanted it to work out for her. She went through this whole depression because they had broken up, and now when she finally got this close, she's gone. So it was very heartbreaking.
Yeah, especially the fact that she's Quiet Ann, and now I feel like she's gonna be more Quiet Ann because of this. Because we were just so
Shut
rude with
down.
the fact that she was opening up. She was becoming somebody else to the point where it's like, oh wow, she's vocal now. She's happy.
Call her Chatty Ann.
I know. We changed her name.
Chatty Ann.
But now it's gonna be Dark Ann. Like it's about to be. Oof.
And I was dark. I mean, if they saw me, I cried, you guys. Like, this is just too much.
Yes,
like,
she did.
We all look up like Sierra. What's going on? Pull it together.
I'm sorry, I'm
gotta
gonna be
act
that
out.
guy.
hey, the tears
yes,
was
she did.
real. Hey, don't come for me, guys. It was serious, okay? This is too much. But what were you going to say? You were saying something, Daisy? No? I thought somebody was going to say something, no?
This time I wasn't saying something, but I am gonna say something. I was like so mad at Desna. It's when something comes to like this point where it's just like, oh my god, how could this happen? You just gotta look at the source. I'm like, Desna, this whole entire Claw season of nonsense is your fault.
It's
Like,
your
it's
fault.
all her.
Yes, we
Every
said from
season.
the first episode, she's in over her head. She tried to come in and run the casino thinking that she was just Miss Big Bad whoever because of last season. And now, literally, she kept looking at her hands. Blood has been on her hands this whole season.
Yes.
She's paying for it.
When she was walking through the casino at the end and she had all the blood on her, she's having the flashbacks to everyone who died. They were playing a song, and I don't remember the name of the song, but the lyrics were talking about how I'm bad company.
Yeah.
Because,
That's the name of the song.
it's like, is that the name
Yeah.
of it? Okay. But yeah, it's true. She's kind of bad company.
And she was really trying to prevent her crew from getting
Yeah,
touched.
it's like she has a good heart, but
she's in bad business, and she has to know that anybody could get touched. And you know what's really interesting though is like they were ready to like ride or die for her because just as a friend, but I don't think they even really knew who they were messing with. So that's unfortunate that she caught that stray knife.
I'm just mad that she lied.
Yeah, I was about to say, maybe that was the lie.
Ann.
Yeah.
Because
that was too much.
I don't know. Like, these girls are willing to put their lives on the line for you. The least you could have done is just be like, quiet Ann, I messed up. Like, this is my fault. And, own up to it. Like, I get, she was trying to protect her, quote unquote. But it's just going to be even harder for Quiet Ann to trust her or, just be a part of the team now.
Yeah.
Can we even say that it was Desna's fault? Because Quiet Ann is the one who ran her mouth and told her brother.
I was waiting for somebody to say it. So.
I mean, but then if you look at that, you look at the chain reaction, you have to go back, okay, but how was Quiet Ann even in this situation to know about this? It's all Desna's fault.
Agreed.
You gotta look back. You gotta look back.
I mean, Desna's the ringleader, but if Quiet Ann didn't say nothing to her brother, this wouldn't happen.
This is the guilt she's gonna have to carry.
And I think that's she's gonna have to carry that guilt, and the fact that like Desna's still lying. She said that Mack did it. Sorry.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, so she don't even know how she really died.
Not Quiet Ann might be mad at Melba, like, I'm
Exactly.
your man
But
did
you
this
know
to my
what?
lover, so.
Someone, they said Desna is now responsible of killing Melba, so she's probably going to let that, feed into it, and Quiet Ann's going to be the one to kill Melba.
I hope not.
I don't know.
We always do these predictions.
Just happy to be here, see the people.
He says he's happy to be here.
Okay, so what we are predicting, or what we don't have to predict, is that we love you guys. So Adaeze is going to share with us how much we love you guys.
Yes,
today.
we love you so much. We love that you tune in with us and make AfterBuzz the ESPN of TV talk. If you're on YouTube, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you think about this crazy episode and all the episodes. And if you're on iTunes listening, give us 5 stars. I know you love to hear my voice, and we love that you're listening. So thank you so much for your support and making AfterBuzz and this class after show what it is.
Yes, what it is. Keep it coming. We love you guys. So, keep it going. So, Benedict. So, we know now the guy name was Benedict. So, he's the ringleader, right, of the whole...
professor.
Or the hitman.
And then the other, Mike, I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Macau.
Oh,
Macau is the overall person of the
and they're
mafia.
called the Triads.
The Macau Triads?
We're trying to...
The crazy Chinese people
We're
that are
trying to
taking
connect
over.
them. Yeah, they're taking over.
The ops.
So basically, after long story short, so they now owe Macau or the whole clan $3 million. So this is Desna, Mack, and Melba. So of course, we never thought we would see them team up. So I thought, for one, that was just crazy to me. Like, they're teaming up, they hate each other. So for me to first see Mack and Melba actually scared of someone else, that took me for a surprise. So going into this whole role switch, and now that they're on the other side, how is this like? How is this for you? Like, just. Because I know, like, do you know what's going on with the, like, the whole role switch, and then you got the killing coming and planning it out. So, like, for me as a audience member, then, yeah, like, I'm all, like, in the same boat as you guys as far as, like, oh, my God, what's going on? But as far as EJ, it's like... he's just trying to figure out his own life himself. Yeah. EJ like, I ain't
my name Ben and I ain't in it.
No, but the thing is, like, all of us got a dirty past, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping, if everything goes well and, we go into the next season, we get to see, why he went to jail and the dark side of it. This is, for me, my take on it is like, he's coming back into this world. And then once he finds out more, like the more he gets involved with, Karuchi or Jen and all that life, and then once he finds out what's going on, then it's going to be like, oh, okay, cool. So either he's going to be like a savior or either he's going to be like part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we don't know.
I feel like you're going to be mad at Jen, though.
We do know. Huh? We don't know. We do know.
I don't think my choice. If it was my choice, if I were to whisper in their ear, I just want to be able to show another side of EJ where people go, oh, okay,
this is why it
cool.
happened.
Yeah, because I definitely thought EJ was sneaky. I was
I
like,
know,
we got to keep our
Let's
eye
be
on
clear,
him.
I've been Team EJ this whole
Talking about Tyra, I knew I liked you from the beginning.
Everybody was like, no, EJ is
not
sneaky.
everybody.
He's this, okay, but I'll give you guys some credit. I was holding it down. I'm like,
we
no,
was kind of split down the middle.
I'm like, Jen is trying to keep the baby from him, and this is not it. He is trying to step in and be in that baby's life, and we need to make sure these black men are being shown in a positive light.
I will say that I was mad at you for taking Virginia to the old spot that you took your old lady.
But sometimes we don't think.
Why would you do that?
Again, first of all, he just came back to jail. He doesn't know any other place. You know
Google
what I'm saying? Well, he probably don't even know what a Google is. You know, I probably had a flip phone. Did I have a flip phone? I don't know.
10 years ago.
You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, he's still trying to acclimate himself into this life. So the only thing he could do is stuff that he knows. And so he's like, oh, I remember this place was good. All right, cool. Let me go there.
You were like, I remember Jen loved those meatballs.
But she's my baby mama. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, you don't talk about that ex while you with the
He doesn't know any better. But it's funny because I literally wrote an entire history about this dude, like literally about our child. Like I grew up, I went to high school with Bryce. I know Jen. Like while I was in jail, I wrote a song for my little girl. Like I did a whole backstory, and it's funny how it's matching up to what you know what I wrote down. So that's kind of cool.
So you're the good guy.
Yeah.
For now. Okay, because listen, I was the opposite of her. I was like, listen, he's crazy, y'all. He might come and try to...
But that's the thing. They showed a hint of his craziness at the second episode, right?
That's what I thought.
And I want to, you know, I hope that one day they use that to either help the situation or not, because I think there's a lot more to EJ than a lot of people don't. You know, he's trying to get his life back, but something else is happening.
I want to see you cause trouble for Jen. Like, it's gonna make it juicy because what happens is you find out what Jen is really into, and that puts your daughter's life in stake. So I want to see you go to a custody battle.
That's
what they're working on.
Yes.
But then again, it won't even work because I'm a mess up too.
You're not suited.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got to be suited. Dang, she gonna go to foster home.
So it's more about
that might happen, like how Desmond and Dean did.
I look at it more like trying to make amends or figure out a way to make it work, and even if it's like maybe really rekindle this situation, because you know what I'm saying, like the way we left, nobody knows, and I made up a whole history that, you know, things were good until I got caught. You know what I'm saying? We actually were thinking of going that route, you know, and then it went bad, and so now it's like he's trying to figure out his life, and then once he found out all this mess, it's kind of like, okay, do I support her because she's my baby mama and I want to make sure Brienne has a good life, or do I step away and just be like, I don't want to mess with this?
I mean, they ain't got 3 people to protect. Virginia.
Yeah.
You know, you want to.
He don't even like her like that.
He don't have to.
That can easily get turned.
Well, it can, but it's like you guys are dealing with each other, and now you know that her and Jen are, you know, friends. I mean, so it's all like a little.
That was awkward.
You got a lot on your plate, Black Daddy.
You got a lot. You know.
But I think Jen's gonna have a lot on her plate too, because we like we want to know your backstory of why all of this happened. We need to know how Jen played a part in that and why she was so, you know, worried about him coming back into the life. Like Jen has some more skeletons outside of Bryce, and we need to see that.
It's not herpes though. We cleared that up.
Yes.
Well, it is herpes.
Oh, she really? Wait.
No, she said no, but I really do. When Virginia asked her, she was like, "No, I have herpes."
Well then.
Hopefully the director's cut. The director's cut will show the other side. That's funny because we have another take where I'm like, actually don't have it. It's hilarious.
Actually, that's for you.
Oh goodness. Man. So we just got all into it.
We usually do.
But we'll just wrap this up real fast. So show me the money. So now of course they need $3 million to give back, and so the whole plan is let's go steal the money from the publisher, which you know was actually called them Jen. Speaking of Jen and Bryce, a racist. So of course they come with this whole plan. We now have Mack and Melba. We have the whole Des and her crew working together, which is still mind blowing to me. And so it's mind blowing.
I'm sorry, it's mind blowing, but you got to do what you got to do
to survive.
Oh yeah.
So if this is my worst enemy, if I saw that he could just easily slit somebody's throat like that, we're best friends. Okay, so what do we gotta do? XO, Mark, whatever we have to do to get this money.
Yeah, you can't beef when you're dead. So
true. And like I said, we kind of saw Mack and Melba on the other side too for one. So it's kind of like they had no choice. And and it's kind of risky because I feel like every time they team up, I'm always like, like, can you trust him? But I feel like this episode, it was
they was all in.
Yeah. Even Uncle Daddy was in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Roller. So we got to see, so they had Roller, was it Melba and Uncle Daddy?
Team 2.
Yeah. So they were stalling him, and then the rest of the crew was in the house. So that to me was just like a lot. I'm surprised they even got that far. But I want to know, since they got the gold, they know everything that's going on. I mean, Quiet Ann knows about Arlene now. Do you think that it's going to continue to go smooth, though? It's done. I don't feel like Professor is done. Is he done?
Nah.
Oh, no.
I mean, for this little plan in particular, like, you think he's, after he said he wants him to kill Melba, but you think it's going to be more favors after that?
Well, no, but the fact that he killed the mayor, you know what I'm saying? That's a big deal. So we don't know what tie-in he has with them. Like, what deal did he have with him? So that could mess up another thing. They could be like, well, now that you guys killed them, there's another thing that you know
That's what
I'm
I was going to say. I think this was just a whole test to see what they're capable of. Like, that's why he was like, I'm impressed you guys got that money back to me really fast. So I don't know, like, maybe he's like, okay, I have these new group of people. I can take them under my wing. They were able to accomplish this. So let's see if I can take it up a notch and see how much more I can use them within my whole casino scheme, mafia, whatever mess that's going on.
They always think they done, and then like somebody else popped back up. Like with the Russian sisters was Riva and Zlata. It's like they got rid of one, and then another one is like, all right, well, I have a job for you. Like,
I see the professor, the Macau, everybody, like, so now we kill Mack and Melba are dead, so then it's going to be Desna and Roller running Bayside, because at the end of the day, it's an operation. It's the reason why they're running it. Someone's got to run it, and Desna, I don't even think they care about testing her. She don't got a choice. Either you do it or you die.
At this point.
True. At this point. So she might be the new, like, Bayside. They might get a new painting of, like, a naked Roller. And, like, Desna.
I thought that was just some weird mess between Mack and Melba.
But that last scene when she's walking, she's done, man. Like, like she's like
she don't
that
care.
much hurt, that much hurt. When you see that much death in front of you, man, you don't have time to.
And it's all her fault.
Exactly.
Also, I when we were watching, I was just like, how does security not stop her? Like, how does she literally?
You were asking all these questions.
I know. Like, I'm like, she's walking through the casino, all this blood on her, and like the people are like looking like, oh my god, and then they just go back, boop boop boop.
But you know what's sad about it? Society's like that anyway. You know what I'm saying? How many times that you people? I'm shocked that nobody took their phone and recorded.
You
know, because usually that's what they do.
It's like she went all the way home like that with just bloody clothes, and like
then
nobody.
she took a nap in it too.
She was about to, but
I'm surprised nobody
Quiet
caught
Ann
the
was there.
police or stopped her.
Yeah, but that's how they do now.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, but I do have a question. So is it going to take the light off of Dean now? Because remember, the plan was for Mack and Melba. She still wanted to go ahead with the Mahjong game and the tournament, despite the professor coming back. So now that, you know, Mack is dead, Melba's going to go crazy. Is Dean still her target? How's, you know, like, what we're going to see for the tournament? Like, it's going to switch the whole story around.
He ain't telling you.
But your
opinion,
I have no. I'm not one of the writers, so I have no. All this is my opinion, but I feel like Dean is gonna get hurt. That, you know, his new dad kind of sort of. You know what I'm saying? Finding out that he's dead. That's gonna do something, because he has somebody that finally supports him, that really want him to succeed in something that he's really good at, and so when he finds out that's, you know, that deal, that might bring him closer to Desna again, because now it's like, wow, you know, or the opposite. Because then it's like, here you go again doing, you know, the same thing.
Like he told the guy, my sister's always getting in trouble
and making people not. It's like, you know, so it might
He's
just.
belonging.
Yeah,
I just want to direct the next episode. You know, y'all been taking turns. You should just direct. He needs to direct the next one. Call him for season.
I think we're kind of like underestimating Melba right now. Like, yeah, she's hurt. She's going through that her husband died, but I think she's gonna still go through with the plan. They're gonna make sure Dean still does this competition, get that money, and she trying to dip. She don't have her partner no more,
but
so she might as well.
Break down. She was like, we had a plan.
But she's like, y'all know she's psychotic.
She was like, finally,
she gonna go take her little puffs and be like, all right, babe, I'm doing this for us.
Maybe.
Look, that's some Melba stuff. It's trust, babe. You know, and then
I was gonna say that I want to go with the second option that's gonna drive Desna and Dean apart, maybe for good, because he loves Mack and Melba so much. Dean loves Mack and Melba so much that he's gonna immediately blame her for both their deaths should she go through with killing Melba. So now they're both gone. Who else is he gonna blame? And he doesn't believe Desna that there's any trouble, you know. So it might just end Dean and Desna forever.
Well, a quick.
You know, these are deep predictions.
Yeah.
I think we just giving predictions at this point.
Don't cry. A quick little thing that I wanted to say, how we were talking about Mack and Melba being Dean's parents and stuff. If anybody caught the billboard outside the casino that said "It's a boy" and it was Dean's picture.
Extra.
They just play too much on this show.
Oh my goodness.
Man.
So, I mean, but overall, though, we're glad they got the money. But, of course, like we said, we know Professor isn't done with them yet. So, we'll see. And, like, now there's a new task to kill Melba. So, I don't know how this killing is going to go. But I'm nervous. I don't think Desna... Well, she has to go through with it, obviously. But I don't know how she's going to go through with killing Melba. Like you said, she's a big character. Mack is already dead. Oh,
no,
yeah.
Quiet is not in the position. She's pregnant, girl.
She don't care. She's mad right now.
Dude, she's
She
so
only a
mad
couple
right
months.
now.
She's still capable of
I know.
feeding.
She's not showing.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, any thoughts about what the killing may be? He was already thinking.
I don't even know, man. They're doing such a good job and just leaving it so
really
open that you just really just gotta be like, But I just know it's gonna be something huge. Like I think Desna's gonna go beast mode somehow. Like there's gonna be another
She has
level
to.
where you're gonna be like, whoa, because now the first time she did it, she got smacked a little bit with Mack and Melba, and then now it's like this other dude that is even bigger, and so. If you notice, every time she gets hit, she gets stronger. She get hit, she gets stronger. Now she's at the place where she's just defeated, and now it's like when you get healed and you come back as a monster. So
Yeah, I hope she blows up that casino.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
me
I
too.
feel like you know what I'm saying. I feel like it's gonna be like, oh my.
But it's kind of like
God.
how though you have the professor that's literally like been there.
But how many times that she was quick to do something? Remember when the first time when Mack and Melba came, she was like, boom, took out the gun. She was like, I'm ready to go. And I was like, whoa, let's think
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
they would fight. Her and Roller
I
would
just
fight
feel
over
like
it.
I just feel like she up against a whole nother type.
See,
I do.
honestly though, when we look back on the previous people that she was up against, yeah, this guy slid in and just like slit the person's throat. But when the Russians came, they were on a whole different type of turn up. So I wasn't really impressed with the professor. Maybe he'll, I wasn't.
Excuse us.
Wait.
Maybe he'll
what
like
you're
turn it
saying.
up a notch. But
Yeah.
like, I mean, the Russians came full force. She turned
But-
around and
but
killed her
were
own
you
with
shocked?
her mom.
Were you shocked
no.
with Mack and Melba? Were you shocked about how they were killing folks
Torturing
and
and
torturing
stuff. Heck
folks?
yeah.
That was crazy.
So
yeah.
exactly. So imagine somebody like that is scared of this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
but I
and,
think-
and he's not even doing much yet.
Yeah.
He hasn't even shown his full
Well,
power
they need
yet.
to show
That's
us.
it, because
Yeah,
all
me
he
too.
did, all
He's
he
that-
did
he's
was
that
kill
cold.
Arlene.
Tyra is not impressed at all. I don't know what's going on.
That's because all the professor did was kill Arlene. Like everyone else that we've seen,
Got to
it's
live.
been
But that's
it's
cold-blooded
been-
when you kill somebody. You don't even if it's a cop. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't even care. He was just
Yeah.
like, boom, done. I don't care if
Maybe
you
got
know.
an inside
I
person
was-
working with him at the police station.
You saw the
He does,
when he
true.
went when Quiet
he
went.
does, yeah.
Maybe because in typical Claus fashion, it's just been like this is who we're dealing with. So maybe I guess they're just trying to ease it in gently, but I'm ready to just see it hype up now because I wasn't impressed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Well, it kept getting hyped because they also killed the mayor, the governor, actually, Patel. So of course he's always the hitman. So of course he has to go plan and kill the governor and Polly. Oh goodness, Polly. She's like, I want to do it with you. This is us. This is our thing. And so they actually go, and it was a successful kill. But I just want to know, why did they have to set it up to where they actually stayed in the killing to reminisce their love
Because Polly
for one
directed the
another?
episode.
Polly said this is my time to shine.
Yeah,
Polly
just
said,
to be
"You know what?"
weird.
And he was like in the tub. It was full of blood and he's just there and they're just having a moment.
Because it was a glorified moment for Polly. She revealed like I finally overcome my darkness. She was, dealing with how she wasn't able to, save her sister or whatever happened back in that last season. So maybe that's why, because she was just like, I did it, I'm free. And it was just a weird romantic moment with the guy dripping in the tub.
I was just nervous because I was like, why are they still sitting there? I thought someone else was going to come back, like how when they were camped out and the girl had like showed up that night and then she left the next morning. Like because they said it was like a sex dungeon or something. I'm like, what if another person comes and y'all just sitting here having this moment? Like, y'all committed the crime, get out.
Yeah.
Like, why are you sitting and chilling at the crime scene? So like,
They do a lot of stalling though.
Yeah, but I wasn't even like really paying attention that much to what they were saying because I was so like, get out. So, yeah.
What? So do you? I want to ask you because I remember we were kind of talking about this earlier. But do you think Joe and Polly is authentic, or do you think their relationship is like legit, like love?
I think so. I mean, they're weird as hell. So, I mean, for just to like the kind of stuff that they do is like, yeah. I mean, when you find weird, weird loves weird. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, oh, okay, cool. Like you find your match, And I think it is growing for something. I feel sorry for the doctor though, man. I'm like, dude,
I
Kim.
think he's good now.
I know, but Kim, I don't know, something about him, man. I just like his determination and and also the way he showed his love. You know what I'm saying? Like it was almost like he's coming after. You know, like I don't know. You guys let me know.
No, I always say that.
Do you guys
episode.
like a guy that's after you like that, or do you like a Joe where you
If he's
already?
fine.
I have to, no, honestly, like, if you're the one I want, yes.
Yeah.
But it's usually the ones you don't want
It's
that's
horrible.
doing it.
It's
So
like the
kinda
go home, Roger.
It's like, damn.
He was just he was a bit much with it though. Like it was just like I will not breathe or live if you were in my
Right.
life.
She loves
Like,
it.
But
you know?
funny enough, when you don't have it, it's what you guys wish for every single time.
If he's fine.
That's the truth. And, like you'll be hearing people, oh man, I feel somebody could just love me like that, and then you do, you're like, man, it's too much.
This is false, not your TED Talk. Not your TED Talk.
I'm not sharing my personal experiences.
That's hilarious.
No, it's funny. But I want to ask you this, since you're speaking on relationships, did it affect you, like, when seeing, I mean, I know you're and Jen are, like, done, but I mean, like, were you jealous of her and Bryce, you know?
Oh
With
yeah,
EJ?
absolutely.
I mean, like, how you
absolutely,
feeling?
absolutely. Like, you know, even
feeling?
even in the park, when I saw her in the park, you know, we reminisce about, you know, stuff that we did and everything
Well,
like that, and it
nasties.
was just like, oh yeah. But you know, of course, you know, and even when I saw her the first day, it's like, wow, you know, I still think he's still attracted to her, but he's respecting that. To a certain level, you know, but at the same time, that is the mother of his child. So there is going to be a connection to that, and especially the way it ended, which, you know, we won't know, but the decision I've made as an actor for what it did, it's like the love is always going to be there.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we made a child together, and that child was not just a oops. It was just like, yo, like I want to be part of that. I want to have a family, and I think I need her to be part of that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little jealous.
Okay,
you know?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Virginia, trying to give her Virginia was like your comeback or something.
Well, I didn't know
thought
her.
it was
I
in the
didn't-
beginning.
I had no
And
clue.
before we knew, I was like, dang, this how you gonna do her? You gonna do her like that?
No, I had no clue.
Acting like a city boy.
I just got distracted. She was ordering cold food. I was just like, whoa, what is that? And then next thing you know,
Pulling up on her heelys.
I know. Yes.
That's always hilarious.
I can't wait. I'm ready to see what more you have to bring for us. So let's get into our special segment. We got something new. We got some Who Said That? And we're gonna have Angel lead that for you guys.
All right, so what we're going to do for our special segment, like Sierra said, Who Said That? We are going to say quotes from the show, and we want you, our special guest, to say, Who Said That?
oof,
You better have been studying that book.
that book.
Who said that?
Watching all the episodes right like Portia.
Right?
Ooh,
So you can have whoever starts.
All right,
man,
so
I'm
I'll
nervous.
just like make it easy, and we'll start this way
There you
with
go.
Tyra.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, who said that? Okay. I know you think Virginia is a tiny skank hoe, but she's not.
ooh,
You know your cast. Give us a drum.
ooh. Say that again.
I know you think Virginia is a tiny skank hoe, but she's not.
Oh, Virginia. Didn't Virginia say that about herself?
She didn't talk in third person.
I could see. No.
One more try.
One more
What
try.
happens if he loses? We should have made him take a shot.
Yeah, we gotta.
Oh,
We're
man.
just gonna jump after the show, y'all. We can't record it.
Oh my gosh, I don't
It
know.
was Dean.
Oh, really?
He was defending his woman.
Dean talking to Desna
Oh, wow.
when, they first got together.
Oh,
All of that.
yeah. But why did I feel like Jen would, Virginia
okay.
would say that about herself? That's funny.
Panel 1, EJ 0.
All right.
I wasn't paying attention to Dean. You know what I'm saying? He's the enemy. So why would I pay attention to him?
Dean been tripping a little bit. All right, so this one hopefully is a little bit easier for you. So this is two characters.
Two characters.
All right, character 1. Why are you being so mean to me? I thought pigs were supposed to be nice. Character 2. Where'd you get that from? That's some Charlotte's Web
Oh, that's
BS.
Virginia and the pig.
Okay.
When she was all high and coked up. And everything.
Oh, you know that.
I didn't even know that.
No, that scene was hilarious.
It was
Virginia and the
hilarious.
pig.
She fell on the ground. She was like, oh,
Yeah,
my
she got
gosh.
kicked out the party.
Wow. Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Adaeze.
Yes.
All right. You cannot put your PowerPoint in my spreadsheet if you hear what I'm saying.
I think I know who that is.
Man.
Cannot put your PowerPoint in my spreadsheet if you hear what
Oh,
I'm
when
saying.
she was talking to
Who's she?
He got a she.
Who's she?
Polly.
Yes! She's talking to Joe.
Yeah, she's talking to Joe. That's what I was thinking
Yes.
about, Joe. Yes.
Oh, you didn't say the full. You just
But I got
2
Polly.
and 1? Is that 2 and 1?
2 and 1.
1, yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can tie it. Okay. Ever since you stopped handing out Oxy like Tic Tacs, some kind of mass migration took place.
Well, say that again.
Okay? Ever since you stopped handing out Oxy like Tic Tacs, some kind of mass migration took place.
Do I get two tries?
I
Go
need 2
ahead.
tries.
You know these people
Right.
these are people that's in your circle.
Because I was thinking it's either Bryce.
Bryce to who?
Oh, to Big Daddy.
Who?
No,
Oh, not. What's the name?
Bryce to who?
Daddy.
Uncle Daddy. Okay.
Uncle Daddy. Uncle Daddy. Oh,
Yeah, Daddy.
I call him Big Daddy.
Uncle Daddy.
Daddy with a Z.
White Daddy. Black Daddy.
Okay, we got time
Daddies.
for one more. 2 more.
Okay.
I'll do one.
Okay.
Do you guys get a shot if I win? What's going on?
I'll take
I
it.
mean, we're tied. We're tied now. Oh no, you're
No,
three.
I'm 3 and 1, man.
Okay, y'all, come on. We gotta.
All right, we gotta do a harder one.
We gotta get you now. No.
All right. I like facts. Facts are your friend unless you're the president.
I like facts. Facts are your friends.
I don't know this
President.
I think I know.
Yeah, I'm like, hold up. Who is it?
I like facts. I'm
trying to win.
Facts. That was at the that was at the salon when she said that. Facts.
Oh, wait, I think. Okay.
Facts.
Oh.
Unless, Virginia.
Nope.
No? Jen?
Too bad. We win.
It's 3-2.
It was Dean to Desna when
like
she
it
was
had
trying
to
to
be
tell
him.
him what really happened, and he was like, "These are the facts," and he was like, "I like
Oh,
facts."
yeah. That's right. I like facts. If you would have acted out like that, I would have been like,
I'm not
you should have been like, I like facts.
I like facts.
I like facts.
You're the actor, not us.
I like facts. Dude, that brother, every time I see him, man, I just
Amazing.
shout out to
No,
this brother,
seriously,
man. Harold,
yes.
dude.
He's
is-
amazing.
Man.
So,
How does it feel working
we
out?
all
I'm gonna
doing-
get told another. Go ahead.
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask. Are we all doing another one? 'Cause
We can get into our personal questions for you.
Sure.
Like, okay, cool. So, I guess I'll start it off working out. So, of course, we know you for claws, but do you have anything else that you're working on?
I know there's a show. Well, I know I finished Bigger on BET. It's gonna be BET Plus. It's gonna be streaming on a new platform called BET Plus. It's basically like the urban Netflix. So please, if you want to see us on screen streaming, boom,
cool.
check that out. And then I'm going to Arizona next month to do a play. Theater's my first love, and I'm doing the Royale. I'm playing Jack Johnson. His name is Jay Johnson, but Jack Johnson's the first black heavyweight champion of the world, set in 1910, and it's going to be intense. So I'm super excited about that. I'll be there from August till October.
Congratulations.
Oh, cool. Congrats.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice
Thank
little
you.
tool. Okay.
All right, I'll go next.
Yeah.
All right, so a major gripe for black actors in Hollywood is typecasting and having to portray roles that perpetuate unflattering stereotypes for the black community. Have you found that frustration when you go book roles or when you audition or?
I mean, there's always going to be a frustration, but at the same time, I'm very blessed with the ones that I've gotten. I mean, it seems like God really is looking out for me, and a lot of angels are looking out for me. And I was very happy to get this role because of the stereotype, the fighting against the stereotype. Here's a man who wants to be a father, who wants to be there, and I was just like, yes. The moment I heard that character and he was like, yeah, he's trying to be back with his family, he's trying to have a connection with his daughter, I was like, yes, because we don't get to see that side of it. We always see the other side, and unfortunately, that's what we hear in real life all the time. It's like, oh yeah, black fathers are not non-existent. So that was a beautiful thing for me. And because I'm Haitian, I've been very blessed that a lot of the roles, like my first role that I did was in Love That Girl on TV One with Tatiana Ali. Yeah.
My dad loved that.
Yeah. I played Smooth. I don't think I could say the other word. Smooth A. Mark. And his character was Haitian, so that was cool. And and I played her love interest in there, so that was such a huge thing for me because. We don't get that many Haitians out there, and Claus decided to do that. But, I mean, there's always a struggle. There's always something, but I feel like I've been very blessed and very focused on certain things that I want to do. And when I do come along something and I'm like, I talk to my team, and usually they're on my side and they say, yeah, let's just let that one go.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good though.
All right, well, next, I guess I'm next. What was it like coming on a show that was already established, like in the third season? Like, we had heard about EJ in the past a little bit, like the time when Jen was like sitting in the nail shop with the bridal party, and, you know, she was telling a backstory a little bit. But, you know, coming on pretty much for the third season of a show that's already established, but you have a significant role, like you're the ex of one of the main characters, and you have a kid with them. Like, what was that like coming on to like an already established show as a new, like, you know, working with the cast that's already there?
Man, I mean, I was lucky because Niecy Nash has been such an incredible human being, and you know, I knew her from before, and she's a good friend of the family and everything. So it was just like a blessing to even have that kind of energy already coming in with a lot of love. But I was nervous. I was nervous because of that, because I was like, look, you know, these people already have a chemistry. I have to come in strong. And I remember the first scene we shot was my entrance, like me saying, hey, Jen. And I was like, I gotta come with it. I gotta come with it. Hey, Jen. Exactly. No, and I was like, and I really was conscious about making sure that I made my presence as if I was already there. So even as simple as that line was, I wanted to say it like as if this was familiar. You know, so I came in with like the attitude like, oh, I've been here before, even though I wasn't. And then I made sure that my connection, especially when I knew who I was going to be playing against, I made sure that that connection in real life was, you know, nice and stuff. And just so we started talking, and Jen and Karuchi was just such an incredible, everybody was just so nice. The environment, and then it's New Orleans. It's, oh my gosh, like everybody was so welcoming, and they never allowed my own fear that I created to come out, because they pretty much turn off any kind of fear that you have, because they accept you. So that was just such a beautiful experience, and I hope I can do it next season.
Right?
Oh, you have to.
We gotta love to learn that.
I don't see why he wouldn't. So
No, seriously.
Like you said, we gotta dig deeper in EJ and learn about Jen too.
EJ ain't going nowhere.
Man, I want to talk to Roller. Roller's another dude that I really I wish I had more scenes with. I mean, of course, then, like I want to do something where maybe like the reason why I got caught was because of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of want to like.
Or what if
I kind of like what's up?
I want to
like,
talk to Roller too.
you want to talk to Roller?
Like, that's her husband.
Or if you just become a part of the crew, like you just join it. And
Either that, but I kind of want to have kind of like basically like an acting moment with him, but at the same time like some kind of intense situation where it's like he's part of my past, either if it's good or bad, but either way it's kind of like, oh.
We've met before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would be so awesome. I would just love it.
You need to direct
Y'all listen, producers,
right? Call him, please.
No, so I saw before you started acting, you originally wanted to become a lawyer, but in high school, your teacher kind of helped lead you into the theater direction. So, like, how did you find your voice in theater? And I know, like, someone can tell you that you have the talent, but how did you find it within yourself to go, like, this is what I want to do, or this is what I was called for, when you had a whole complete different path before you became an actor?
Man, I mean, you know, again, I'm Haitian, so in the Caribbean, it's like actor, no,
right.
And it's like
there's no money in that.
Exactly.
No,
and my dad was a lawyer, and he was a botanist, so I looked up to him so much, and I really loved the law. It was weird, very weird how much I loved it. Like I would watch like I remember watching like Philadelphia and all these lawyer movies, and I would be like, man, he didn't object. He objected wrong. That's not how you're supposed to say it. But when my teacher told me to take an acting class for stage presence, and I was like, I didn't even know what a theater was. I literally didn't know what it looked like. I just remember there was a bunch of people wearing black and being sad all the time. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Depressing.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, why is everybody wearing black? And everybody seems, oh, my emotions. And I'm like, I'm good. But then one time I did the summer class, my teacher was like, yo, you got to do this. You got to do this play. This musical, and I was like, I don't really do musicals. I'm just doing this for my lawyer stuff. And he's like, nah, you should do it. And I did West Side Story, and I played Bernardo. And apparently I was great. Then the following year, he's like, I need you for my next play. It's going to be different, and it's going to be risky. And I was like, what's so risky about it? He's like, yeah, we're doing Grease. And I'm like, okay. He's like, you're going to be Danny Zuko. You're going to be the first black Danny Zuko.
I love Grease.
Dude,
I love Grease.
Oh, it was hilarious. And then after that, then I saw that, then I did a competition. I did the whole competition thing, and once I won that and I saw that I had something, and the last day of school, he was like, all right, if you could do anything else in the world, go do it. And I was like, yes, I'm going to be a lawyer. He's like, anything. If you could tie your shoe better, go do it. Do not go act. Do not go act. And he's like, but you, Bechir, you need to do it. And I was like, why would you say that to me? And he's like, there's something about you. You need to try it and everything. And then when I went to college, I was like, let me just minor.
Yeah, they tried to ease it in.
It was a wrap. Then I got a scholarship to go to SMU, and that was it. And I was in love with it. I just love the idea of being able to just empathy. You know what I'm saying? To be able to read a script, read a character, and go, you know what? I'm gonna really try to live in that person's shoe. And then the thing with law, because I wanted to do criminal law, it scared the hell out of me because the responsibility of having I was doing criminal law, and I did a mock trial, and I was defending a hazing crime, and that person's life was in my hand. We did the same case twice, and I won twice, and I did both sides. And that scared me because I was like, wow, to have that much power over someone's life. And then I did it twice. I gave my notes to the other team, and I still won. I was like, I might as well pretend to be a lawyer than to be.
So those are my question. So I guess you won't be going back to practice.
Oh, no. It's too much pressure. I'll play one on TV, which I got a chance to do, so that was pretty beautiful. Hopefully I get more.
I do think it's pretty interesting how different professions, you would jump into another profession to help you out. It's kind of like when I found out football players take ballet to help them with their balance and coordination and stuff. And then you would think like lawyers, like they do perform and they do have to have presence. They do speak in a way, they don't stutter, they have conviction and stuff like that. So I can see the link between law and theater.
And you can see the bad ones too. Like when you go to court and you be like, what? Did you go to school?
Legally Blonde, when Reese Witherspoon was like choking on her words. So you're telling me that you took a shower and it's like, so you have to know how to speak in front of people.
And it's a whole different language. It's a whole different, attitude. But I understood what they were trying to tell me to do. It was more about just your presence, to be able to just sit there and just have a stage presence and be able to be very direct. But, I've seen lawyers, I'm just like, oof. Like, how are you representing anybody?
That'd be the public defenders, the ones that you're just giving.
They just can't afford to wear the big blazer. They can't afford the shoes.
They'll know their stuff, but it's just like there's no stage presence. Y'all
seen that meme when it was like, if you get this lawyer, you going to jail.
Oh, the shoes. He had the big shoes on too. Look, I wouldn't look. We didn't want you to be one of them lawyers, but we glad acting was your calling because we actually do love you on the show. So
thank you.
We hope that they're going. We ain't no hoping. They're going to bring you back.
It's only right in. Yes, like it would only make sense.
It really makes sense. So you guys heard it here first on the AfterBuzz after show. Okay, he's coming back, and he'll be back next time with us to talk about it again. Okay,
sure.
Let him know he will be back. You're coming back. Okay, no. So let's get into our predictions really fast. Oh, I know we had a lot of those, but yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
predictions. Okay, let's kick it off. Angel, what do you predicting?
So, wait, it's the finale next week, right?
Oh,
two more episodes.
Two more after this. Okay.
So, all I will say, I actually have no idea, because we kind of always like get into our predictions accidentally while we're just talking. So, I do think that maybe Quiet Ann not Chatty Ann, might go after Melba because she thinks that Mack has something to do with it. So she's like, you took my love, I'm gonna take your life, I guess, because he's dead now. But so I think next week is just going to be super crazy. But I do just want to say shout out to Christina Milian being in this episode.
Yes.
It's not a prediction, but we hadn't touched on it yet. And like looking exactly like Karrueche when she walked up, we thought it was her.
You know, they're besties.
They're besties in real life, and she even had the tattoo on her leg. It was like, what is going on right now? And then she didn't know how to say she was like, okay. Like she was hilarious. Cute. I know that was real cute to see her play her bestie on the show.
Yeah, I thought that was cute. Mm-hmm. Okay, Tyra.
Me? Okay. I said my prediction earlier, but I just randomly came up with another one. So Toby, we see that he's kind of angry at Uncle Daddy. He's found another little piece, and he didn't confide in him about bringing them into the little threesome circle or whatever. So I think while they're in the midst of trying to figure out all of this drama with the mafia and all of that, that's when Toby's gonna sneak on in there, and he's just gonna ruin the whole operation, and he's gonna take them all down because he's mad. He's not getting his time, and Uncle Daddy has forgotten about him. He's been there for him through it all. So Toby, watch out, guys. Toby is coming.
That's what the triad guy was saying. He was like, Melba has to die because, like, I forgot his exact words, but it was something along the lines of she's emotional now, so she's got to go. So Toby's emotional now. Maybe he'll do something crazy.
To go crazy. He said, I tried to kill Desna for you. Like, he's getting ready to push me to the edge.
Okay, Daisy, what you got? I'm going to piggyback off of her prediction. I'm going to say, because we did see him grab the oxy out of the cabinet, and I thought maybe it was to poison Brenda. So I think maybe he's going to think, he's not going to know that they broke up, Uncle Daddy and Brenda. He's going to try to poison Brenda, and he's going to end up poisoning Uncle Daddy and kill him.
Oh, dang.
That's dark.
What?
Wow.
She does it every time.
I'd like to see it.
Wow.
She said, I'd like to see it.
I wouldn't be surprised if it happens.
If that happens, we have to put her in the director channel.
Y'all been calling for me all season.
Listen, all right. I don't know if I can go after that one. I'm honestly predicting that the professor, he's going to take Dean under his wing now. So, you know how it was Mack at first? I think he's going to swoop Dean in there some way, somehow, and kind of, wiggle him in front of Desna. So that's what I'm predicting.
He already texted that picture.
Oh, yeah. So he already started. So I think it's going to be a little bit more, though. Because he's kind of getting to know Dean as we saw as they're at the table. So
Dean spilling too much tea.
Exactly.
Like, what's his problem?
What is his problem?
We know his problem. He just talk too much.
He trying to be grown. That's his problem.
Okay, what about what's your prediction for us?
Man, I'm gonna go wild because you brought up Toby. I'm like, dang, I forgot about Toby,
know,
man. And I'm gonna predict that he might spill the beans to Desna and tell her like, yo, this is what's the real deal, and then he might be hired to kill homeboy, new dark dude, like, you know what I'm saying, Professor. I'm just throwing him out, but that'll be kind of cool.
Maybe Dean will be high off the oxy and like run his mouth to Desna. So
you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like something about
But that
Toby,
would catch him off guard because the professor knows nothing about Toby.
Exactly. Everybody else could go after the professor, but Toby is just this guy that's on the side. Exactly. And that'll be kind of cool. Like, if he, because he's emotional, tell Desna, look, Uncle Daddy did this, did that, and everybody's a mess, and then somehow he's the one that ends up saving everybody by killing the professor.
Somebody's gonna be high
cool
next
on that
episode.
motorcycle.
Exactly. You couldn't tell. You were just like, whoa, who's this
He
killer?
knew he was doing. Like, he was made for that.
Then Uncle Daddy's gonna try to take him back, and he's gonna be like, nope, because he gonna think he the you know what,
and he's gonna run the whole casino.
He's gonna run it. Yes,
He's
taking over the operation. Toby, we're here for it.
Take Toby. Then he's gonna hire EJ as the country singer every Friday.
Country night.
You guys, at this point, we are the clause directors, okay? But once again, thank you, Bechir, so much for coming out. We enjoyed you so much. It was so much fun, you guys. AKA EJ, AKA he coming back, okay? But until next time, I'm your host, Sierra Stafford. You can find me on all my social media at Sierra Stafford TV. And Adaeze, where can I find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Adaeze. That's 1ADAEZE.
You can find me on Instagram daily. I'm sorry. At Angel Saunders. Yeah.
And you guys can find me on all social media platforms at _Tyra Prude.
Hey, where can they find you and keep up with you and all your greatness?
Just my name, Bechir Sylvain, BECHIR SYLVAIN. Just look at my name and then at whatever, all social media, and I'm good.
Yes, go follow and check us out. We'll be back next time.
Bye, guys.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.